First start, though, in the Weather Center with Chief Meteorologist Brittney Shipp and Meteorologist Lawrence Carno. How does it look out there right now?
Well, things are starting to pick up. We've been watching the storm for the past couple of hours. We saw a little bit of a lull, but that's not going to be the case as we go into the rest of tonight.
No, people were wondering, hey, is this storm really going to be here? But it is on the way and looking impressive now on radar.
That's right. Let's get you straight to the radar. We'll show you where the rain is right now. And not to worry, we are tracking 12 hours of heavy rain. It's not going to start until after 2 a.m. That's when you'll start to see the heaviest raindrops coming down. So we have a lot of moisture that will continue pouring in from the coast, moving inland as we push into the rest of this evening. So here's what it looks like. This is where the moderate downpours are, and you can see mainly in parts of our East Bay zone near Pleasanton, South Bay zone just outside of San Jose. That's where we see the yellows. When you see the yellow, that's more of a heavier rainfall coming down. Precipitation rate about 1/3 of an inch per hour. We do expect that to go up to closer to an inch per hour, and that could cause flash flooding. That's going to be our main concern. Plus, we'll start to see our wind speeds picking up. So again, where you'll start to see that more moderate downpour is going to be closer to 1022 for Half Moon Bay, 1045 for Oakland. That's when you'll start to hear a heavier rain outside your window. Closer look at the Sierra. There's a 6-hour loop. We've seen a steady amount of a rain-snow mix. A little bit more snowfall is starting to develop here in our higher elevations. We have another set of problems to tell you about with the Sierra. We'll go over that in just a bit, but right now we want to toss it over to meteorologist Lawrence Carno with more on what we can expect for the rest of tonight. Because we're going to see so much rain in a short amount of time, we have an increased risk for flash flooding, especially if you live closer to rivers and streams, which will rise quickly with 3 to 5 inches of rain expected to come down over the course of the weekend. So that's our first concern. Here's a closer look at some of our flash flood facts. It only takes 6 inches of water to cause you to lose control of your car. It only takes 12 inches to send a car floating. It takes as little as 2 feet to completely float a car away. So again, do not cross any flooded roadways as we get into the weekend. Make sure you turn around and find another way. Here are your quick storm facts. This weekend, flooding expected, heavy rain, damaging winds. We have a wind advisory in effect as well throughout most of tomorrow. Wind gusts closer to 45 miles per hour. Satellite radar shot showing us right now just clouds, but you can already see that we're starting to see rainfall developing here just off the coast. So it's going to take a few more hours before this pushes on shore, but right around 11:45, we have widespread light rainfall, and once this starts, it will continue through the entire weekend. Coming up, we'll take a closer look at when your neighborhood can expect the heaviest amounts of rainfall.
In with Brittney Shipp. She is standing by with our team coverage to talk more about the rain. Brittney?
Well, let's time it out for you and show you what we can expect as we go into the rest of tonight. We're starting off on the slower side, but this system is going to rev up as you are sleeping tonight. So as we go through time here, we'll take you through 11 p.m. You will start to notice for parts of San Jose, parts of our East Bay zone, we will start to see heavier pockets. Same thing right around Santa Rosa. This is closer to 11 o'clock. Overnight, I would say the widespread heaviest rain will start to move through closer to your 1 a.m. hour, and that's right over San Francisco this time, stretching out to Oakland. When you start to see the reds here near Concord, that is also heavy rain coming down. You notice the heavy rain will continue from about 1 to 2 o'clock in the morning all the way through until 2 p.m. Sunday. That's about 12 hours of heavy rain coming down. That's something we do not see often. Sometimes it's 1-2 hours. We're talking about 12 hours of heavy rain. By 6:30 in the morning, closer to Santa Rosa, you can see that strong cell roll through San Francisco into the South Bay zone, East Bay zone between the hours of 8 and 9 o'clock in the morning. So if you have plans right around that time, try to reschedule, or you want to be really careful driving around if you have to be on the roadways. By 11:45, some of the heaviest rain will still be in our North Bay zone. By 3 o'clock, things will start to taper down in our North Bay zone, and most of the moisture will then be in our East Bay zone, South Bay zone. As we go into Sunday evening, looks like lighter rain showers are expected to continue, but because we are going to see 12 hours of heavy rainfall, flash flood watch is in effect for most of the region, especially if you live near streams and rivers. You want to be very careful. Even as you're sleeping tonight, you might have to just, be aware as you go to sleep tonight that we are expecting to see a lot of rain come down in a short amount of time and also over a prolonged amount of time. So debris flows, flash flooding, all a concern, especially near our burn scars, near our Sobrianitz burn scars, and also our chimney fire burn scars. So for tonight, what we are tracking for you is the flash flood watch we went over. We expect to see heavy rain continuing, additional 2 to 3 inches of rainfall expected, damaging wind speeds. We do have a wind advisory, which will stay in effect all day tomorrow, a high wind warning. I'm tracking all the details on the rest of this system coming up. With this weather system, there are big concerns in Yosemite Valley this weekend. This is what that area looked like earlier today. These are pictures that park rangers put on Facebook. You can see the snow melting. The area is now closed and has been evacuated due to flooding concerns. This is what it looked like back in 1997. The Merced River, which goes through the heart of Yosemite Valley, crested at 23 feet that year. The flood stage is 10 feet. Rangers are expecting the river to crest at 17 feet early Sunday afternoon with the rain we're expecting. So it doesn't appear that the water will be as high as it was in 1997, but it will still be 7 feet above flood stage. Police in Berkeley investigating the city's first homicide of the year, and as KRON 4's Philippe Jagal reports, investigators discovered the body after responding to a stabbing victim a few miles away.
I really don't know what happened.
A day after Berkeley police discovered a body on this property,
Police are on a hunt for a machete-wielding attacker who slashed a man at a busy San Francisco BART station. It happened here at the Civic Center station around 8 last night. Police say the attacker, believed to be in his 40s, ran away. An ambulance was called for the victim, who currently is in the hospital. There's no immediate word on the condition of the victim or the motive for the attack. A Benicia police officer barely escaped injury after a suspected drunk driver crashed her SUV into his parked patrol car. This is video of the scene caught by a police body camera. It happened Thursday afternoon on Military West when the officer stopped to help a family whose van had broken down. Just seconds after exiting his vehicle, an SUV crashed into the back of the patrol car. The SUV veered toward the officer and the family, but came to a stop before striking anyone. After various sobriety tests, officers determined the driver of the SUV was under the influence of alcohol. The suspect was booked on suspicion of DUI and is currently in the Solano County Jail. Still ahead, the Sierra getting a fresh round of snow this weekend. We'll get to check on the latest conditions there. And next, we're learning the details about a deadly shooting at a Florida airport, one that's left 5 people dead. What we know right now about the alleged gunman. And at 8:30, an update to our top story tonight. A powerful storm moving into the Bay Area. What you need to know to stay safe this weekend.